We are good to go here, I think. So let's continue where we left off. See, I think I came back to this town because the fastest way to the tower was. Wait, what's that? Hold on. Gotta do one other thing real quick here. God, I still don't have my Steam Deck out. Okay. Okay. Didn't have my Steam Deck out. I kind of forgot I needed to pull that back out again. And that's the wrong controller. My PC controller. Okay, before we head to the tower, I'm curious about this area on the map that's over here. Sorry, I need to volume up a bit. Maybe I need to turn up the game audio. I don't want to turn it up too much, though. Yeah, I think this will work fine. Though I do feel like on Final Fantasy 14, I need to increase the volume I record those in, because I did notice I'm currently like in the middle of editing the 0.4 main scenario videos, and I noticed I had to turn up the volume on those because though my volume was fine, the game volume is incredibly low, but that's always been the case. Like the Final Fantasy 14 volume, I've always kept it like 30 on the settings in the game. As said, that was mostly because it used to drown out Discord and used to bleed out Discord and other things. So if I move to these earpieces I've been using tonight, which I'm actually really liking these, so. But I might think about increasing the volume of 14 so that it's a little bit easier to hear certain things on it, but we'll see. Oh, I forgot to... Sorry, let me fix the title real quick before we go any further. I've been almost debated whether to drop this title thing I put on here, because I always forget to edit, and I don't know if it really adds anything to stream to have it there, but I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me what you think of that. Well, I mean, I did lose myself in foraging for food stuff, only to come to my senses when I saw I was here. This place is famous for spirits that haunt every crevice and corner. You would do well to leave here. There you witness something terrifying. A chain whip. There might be some benefit for me holding on to that, since he's my big attacker anyway, so he might benefit from having that as a secondary option. Can't tell what kind of door that is. Gray doors, that might be the final key. Might be the final key, but I might be wrong on that too. It's hard to say. Okay, on the random chain whip, there's nothing here right now, so yes, that's not very important. So let's head back across the bridge and head north. We gotta cross the bridge up here, and then make our way south from there. Fortunately, the monsters here kind of stop being a threat, so should be able to just blow through here quickly enough. So that might change as soon as I cross this bridge. I don't know for sure. Down he goes. Alright. I see. Something sparkly, I can't ignore it. Right, the hit causes hallucinations, that's right. Not that it matters. Level 12. Wizard staff, silk robe, and the boomerang. He does have a spell or two, I guess. If you have any. Asterisk, but you would have a. Find myself. That's very sure. Go ahead and head southward. Not at all. Alright. This version structure works. As soon as I'm far enough south to get to the tower, I will just be able to zoom back here if I need to. Instead of a headache for some reason. Whatever reason. With everything in general, since nothing out here is particularly threatening. Just getting through them as quickly as possible is going to be better than anything else.
Do not fret.
Murder. Bang. I can hit everything at once for her. Okay. That was a waste. I thought there might be like a sparkly thing over here, but no. You just moved forward. Bang. Pardon me. Yeah, that's the only downside of the open mic stuff is I gotta be more aware when I do things like that. Worst comes to worst, I guess if the stream ever gets too bad, I can just switch over to the push to talk again if I feel like I need to do it. Well, that's annoying. Blech. Wish my body would cooperate with me better, but sometimes it doesn't. You keep ragpiling on me, why don't you? That is done. It's there at this point. Well, there's sun over there. I can't ignore the temptation. Okay, bear with me for a moment. I'm going to switch audio modes here just because I don't want to keep fighting with my stomach this evening, so bear with me here. I'm going to be accidentally making noises in the mic all night. Alright, there we go. Having a few issues there for a moment, but... I'm hoping with the headphones, at least, I can still have the improved audio quality, even if I'm having to use the push-to-talk mode. So, that'll be fine, I think. I want to be able to do both the open mic and the push-to-talk when I need to do it, but... I'm in there for a bit, but... Then my stomach started acting up again. It's like, nope. I'm going to force you to belch in the mic for the next 2 hours. Can you not do that?
Thank you.
I'd appreciate the lack of that if I can help it. At least now I can switch between them. For some reason, it wasn't working initially because, for some reason, it did not apply the changes I made to the hotkeys until I switched scenes. So switching to the "we'll be right back" seemed to be enough to force the changes through, I guess. So, yeah, I guess that's the thing. Instead of plain clothes. Well, I don't think that helps me. Dial Potter. Sorry, I can't ignore the shinies. Let's see if that will get through this part. Basically, that's going backwards. Roundhouse kick. Moving kick, but oh, okay, so it's a group of enemy attack. Gotcha. Still weird to think of the Dragon Quest II characters with some of the abilities from the later games. Entirely different mental image. Wasn't even that worth it. Sitting there for a moment. The desktop audio wasn't showing much movement, but I forgot the capture card has its own volume. So I can't trust what I see on the desktop audio bar. Can't trust it. Not that I can trust a lot of the bars on Steam Labs, but whatever. Steam Labs, whatever the freak you call it. Sure, it's not that important. It's a long trek. 5 treasures on this level. And none seen so far. Uh-oh. Yeah, I didn't know what the battery life on these headphones was going to be. Oh boy. Probably should have made sure they were fully charged before I went in this tonight, but I didn't feel like I was using them that much. But, I think we might be switching back over to the regular setup here. At least for a bit, anyway. 1 second. Okay, we'll just have to work with that for now. I'll charge them to see if I can get them back in before we finish up tonight, but... hope they'd have more battery life than that. Did I really drain them that much? Really hope not, because... it's going to make them hard to use for stream, which was the whole reason I got them. Fair, I did use them for a bit the other night and didn't charge them after I did that, so maybe that's why. Hawkeye Claw. Okay, it's just a high accuracy thing.
Close. Do not fret.
Make sure you don't die. Because I don't have a revival spell yet. Alright, there we go. What am I missing?
Bang. Whoops. That's like invisible stuff that I'm not seeing, but... Oh. Well, there's two of them, so... Last one was probably some minor thing I overlooked, but... Sap. Well, I definitely saw the cape there, so our main target's still there.
Do not fret.
Bigger. Thorn whip. Okay, the chain whip I have is better, so...
Do not fret.
I think I might be getting a little reckless here. Maybe just a little bit. Okay, I'm guessing I need to go over the one here. Thou must need take great care when treading near a tower edge, friend. Wilt thou oblige me by showing such prudence? Yes. Seems thou art a careful sort. Hast thou perhaps stumbled in fault before and learned thy lesson? Why are you even here? Box. Agility ring. That'll be best suited for him for now, just because as the game goes along, he becomes more of the primary healer. And having a faster healer is always beneficial. Okay, looks like we got a boss fight. Before we do that, more treasures on this level. Well, there's 2 of them already. Okay. Guess now we can go try this boss fight and see how well it goes for me here. Or if I'm going to run into problems. more MP before we jump into this.
We no more than slaves. First we are ordered to reduce an entire realm to lumps of rubble, then sent seeking trinkets hither and yon. And they were no easy marks, those plaguey moonbrokers. A monster deserves to rest the spell after slaughtering such stubborn clots.
You were among the fiends who assaulted Moonbrook.
And who might you be? What brings little lumplings like you to such a place as this?
You will answer my question. Did you lay waste to fair Moonbrook?
But I did not rain down my spells of destruction alone. Half the cruelest clumps of fiend flesh I ever laid eyes upon were there.
You... No. My poor countrymen.
You are one of the lucky few who escaped our clutches, I take it. But it was clearly not your wits that preserved you, Cloud. For only a lumpen fool would throw away a life so recently saved.
Look out!
I apologize. I was trying to change my... Stream Deck buttons don't seem to be responding. Oh, the entire thing's locked. Okay, there we go. Okay, I've changed my better weapons now because I'm going to need it. Sap.
You shall suffer! Ah!
All right. Wasn't expecting that. All right. Oh, that hit pretty well. It's starting to hit me a little bit harder now.
Never fear.
I keep my HP up a little bit here. HP's getting fairly low, so if I can just last a few more turns, it should be fine.
Kill. Yeah. Kill. Yeah. Kill.
Yeah, starting to run low on resources again. And down you go.
My poor people, slain by these horrors.
We did it! We laid the creature low! Huzzah! Is what the matter?
To think that my people, my father, suffered at the hands of such...
Having a bit of a bad day, isn't she? Give her a bit of time. She'll be fine.
Forgive me. This is not behavior befitting one of Erdrick's line.
Nonsense. It would befit a hero far less to greet the loss of kith and kin with stiff-lipped stoicism.
Thank you.
Now come. The hour grows late. Let us turn in. I shall take the first watch.
Yeah, we're just gonna nap at the tower. That's.
You must be tired, cousin. Come, allow me to take the next watch. I have lost much. That cannot be denied. But I am not alone, and for that I am truly grateful.
At least that should heal me up before we have to complete the rest of the tower, so...
Come, friends! The Windbreaker shall be ours this day. I shall eat my hat.
Are you wearing goggles? Okay, one moment. It's indicating that my headset is charged again, so I'm going to switch back to that, so give me a moment. Seems awfully fast. One second. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. The audio is not switching over as smoothly as I was hoping it would. I'm trying to figure out why this isn't working like it's supposed to. Okay, bear with me again.
I think that did it. Yeah, what a pain. Hopefully that doesn't cause any other problems. Real quick, bear with me here. Standing for a moment. Okay. Sorry, I just needed to double check something there. It can cause too much of an issue for you people. Who the heck would benefit from that? Dollar hat is temporarily better. Break as far as it lasts. Indeed, now that we have it, we must journey to remind me the shrine west of Mundra. Our destination lies beyond it. Here first. Heal up and all that stuff before we head out to the next location. Back in our hometowns, actually have the better equipment. That's right. But before we do that, let's go ahead and use a few of these that we have. In Hall first. Then we'll make our way there. she actually probably benefits better from the Scholar Cap anyway. I think that cleared out everything that I... So hold on to that for now. Not anymore then. Just enough to buy the other iron shield. Okay, I'm fully decked out now. Back to Moonbrook. I made it easier. checking something here just to verify. All right, we had a couple breaks really close together, so the timer's way off now. Yep, crackle, poof. Single party member prevents some death and status effects. Okay. Purpose. Forgive me. Some of you may not know my face. I am your princess, Perenelle Moonbrook. The capital, how are we certain that these are not fiends clad in the robes of illusions? If so, the maiden before us is the very spit of the princess my eyes have oft beheld her at the castle. Great, we cannot risk further tragedy. Forgive us, but we cannot permit you to pass. Not without proof of your identities and of your intent. Case. Besides me stands my cousin, the Prince of... Work was lost in the recent attack. Perhaps this will suffice in its stead. The windbreaker which my father did wear before me. The day when you leapt atop the castle, such a mighty commotion, I remember it well. Seems everyone does. Your father was evidently quite the troublemaker in his day. His little imp on so many occasions. Forgive us once more for our insolence. You may pass, Highnesses. On this point, grow ever fiercer. Can't do right now, so we'll just have to go without it. It's on the path ahead. Careful with, I beg you, to have a care. Happened to be posted not here on that fateful night. Fate is strange indeed. Those who lost friends and family, as they might find meaning again after the tragedy that fell before them. The magic key to access the hat. Oasis where merchants do gather. 'Tis one of the few precious places one might find reprise amidst the sands. I think it was a bit since I saved, so probably a good time to do that. Before we head to the tower. here with 2 towers to the shore. I heard the northern one houses a sought-out treasure of sorts. This knowledge lets you find a way to cross the strait. Desert until you reach the sea. There you'll espy an island. 'Tis a home of a large and most eccentric with penance for collecting trinkets. Only he'll reward those who help him gain these prize artifacts. That must be our mini metal king. The Oasis.
Now I'm angry!
Noctis, but gonna do more damage than that. Oh, ow. Ow. Oh, jeez. We'll start by selling off the extra items I found.
There are no settlements hereabout. Pray linger here a while before you depart. Oh, at least 600 coins. The town of Rippleport lies north of here. Alas, it lies on the other side of the water. I doubt such a distance can be easily swam. Simple enough. The beasts that roam the sands here are fearsome indeed. Luckily, the merchants here are well stocked with items that would allow most adventurers to hold more than their own. I suggest you try your hand in the Tombola. Win the rose whip and you shall slice through fiends like knife through butter, or at least so I'm told. I've yet to win such a noteworthy prize myself. Okay, so these are... I can't remember if the prizes were different from location to location in the original game. Super spin. Oh. I got the rose whip. Okay, she can't actually use it. It's actually better than his broadsword is. White shield. I suspect I was actually gonna win the thing, but hey. The rest when the opportunity presents itself is the key to traveling safely. While you youngsters might enjoy boundless reserves of energy, to expend said reserves at the wrong time can spell disaster. Okay. Now we can start making our way towards Rippleport. Can it be true? Has Monfolth really fallen? That land of brainy mages and other such capable sorts? I truly find this difficult to believe. Well, kind of the case. The other two, the main two, are a little less squishy. So many whips so early into this game. Down you go.
Fortunately, she's a little squishy right now still, but just because all the armor upgrades so far have been going to those two since they have more options. Actually, if I remember correctly, she only had like a handful of gear options the entire game. Okay, that must be the metal palace. Remember that for when we actually get out on the water.
To kingdom come!
So many targets. Boom. Goodbye. I remember this tower is extremely straightforward. Like just a bunch of floors, and then it's a place at the top where we jump off, so hopefully it won't involve too much, but well, that was the thing, wasn't it? Okay, he could use mid-heal now too. That'll help. The boomerang. Hey, Wanderers, have you heard? Then I should tell thee, these two spires are known as the Dragon Horns. I'd fain reach the other side to descend to Rippleport below, alas. Three treasures, so I see the one over there, and there's the two pots. Alright. Don't have to try too hard here. Easy peasy. Alright. Grab this real quick and then we can start making our way up. Dragon scale. I don't think she has any accessories on right now, so It's still gonna be better than nothing for her. Doesn't really benefit her heavily for what she does, but a little more defense won't hurt until she has better gear and all that. Good luck. Holding on to the seeds till we get a certain person to join us anyway. That is, we say, is that. Alright. I already know where the third barrel is. Oh, wait. Back up.
Now I'm angry.
Out of my sight!
Ow. At least we got the spellcasters out of the way, if nothing else. They're the most dangerous of them anyway, so... Whittle down the rest anyway. Tingle, that removes sleep and paralysis, if I remember right. Oh, it's just paralysis. Okay, I'm thinking of something else then. Okay. Spots here. Ticket. Blind hearings. Okay, once again, since she doesn't have any accessory options right now, provides a little bit more defense for our squishy mage here. Alright, what do we got here? More gold. I know once we get to Rippleport, there's probably going to be new stuff to buy, so... Okay, yeah, this one's a lot less straightforward than the original version was, because if I remember correctly, it was just a lot of stairways leading upward. Medicine, feat of agility. I'm out of magic points. Okay, there's treasure number 3. Upper ring. The ring that heals is he walks. More sense to give her that than the slimy ring on it. Oh no, you... My magicless bait fighter is blocked from using magic. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Now I am magic again. Four on this level. Hit. Treasure. Oh, one. Thinkest thou that with a mighty leaf enough I might reach the other side? Nay, what nonsense do I speak? It would be a feat indeed, even with the aid of magic. There's a treasure here. Ah, okay.
It would seem we can climb no higher. Then this is from whence we must needs throw ourselves to fly down to the far shore.
'Tis but the shortest of drops. Purely out of interest, what do you suppose would become of us should the windbreaker fail?
Well, if we landed in the sea, we would prove a nutritious meal for the beast below, or drown. Or if we landed headlong on the rocks.
But please say no more. You've painted the picture quite well enough. Oh, what say you, cuz? Are we going to do this?
Yep. Absolutely.
Oh, goddess. If we are really to do this, pray give me a moment to settle my stomach.
Come, tie the windbreaker around you, cousin. We will hold onto you tightly and place our lives in your hands.
We will? But my moment... My stomach!
I fear we have scant moments to spare. Time waits for no man, and neither does the High Priest, Hargon.
Whilst I am aware of this, I fear my body is not.
Do not let go.
This is actually happening! Now I am bearing witness to my all too brief life!
Get
Come.
over here.
Let us take flight. Be as the wind.
Ah! We're flying! We're actually flying!
That we are, and it is marvelous.
Okay. Good. On a rift report. So I do. Yet I have training to do first. We're supposed to need a jet here. Yeah, it's a cursed item. Okay. Didn't mean to do
Have at you! Thank you!
In the original version of the game, the item that's in this tower that's needed for later was basically invisible. Though sometimes the invisible items in this remake are not actually invisible, so it might be possible to see it. I'm not sure. God, I don't remember its exact location. It's not exactly like the I could remember where they are here. Out falling into the pit this time. Two different ways up. Why did they do so much damage?
To kingdom come!
Issue here. Port to the dungeon, so I guess I don't have as big of an issue as I thought I did. Here, and we'll continue on. All right. Now that we're somewhat functional again, let's I didn't expect to take so much damage. I don't know, we'll give it another try, but I don't know if they're setting it up so I can't get the item as early as I can in other parts of the game, but or other versions of it, but we don't need that anymore. Nobody else can use the axe, so... discount on all purchases. Well, if I bought them now on all three of those. Okay, let's try to go back to the North Tower and see if I continue to have the same problem I did, or if I just did something dumb. We'll see. Make sure if we're under the Hawkman again that I take care of them quickly. Best thing I can do. Oh. I think that's probably the treasure that's... It's named something different this time, so it's probably the correct one, but... I'll give him the strength ring. Fizzle. mana. Another piece for me, I guess. Poison. Paralyze. Okay, that requires me to take a different path. Whoosh and blow kiss. Okay, swoosh is pretty self-explanatory. Oh, are they giving her the, oh. In Dragon Quest, there's a series of abilities female characters sometimes get access to. They're basically like seduction or beauty-based techniques. They're usually given to the female characters that's the more traditional beauty of the bunch, usually. However, I just didn't think we would see that in this game, since neither of the female characters are particularly, they're not usually the ones that get those type of abilities, usually. I mean, I guess to be fair, we don't really know what the princess looks like underneath her robes or whatever, because they're pretty covering. At least I've never seen any image of her indicating that she's over the top or anything like that, but I don't know. Get rid of that thing quickly, and I should be able to survive anything else. Maybe.
I am in your debt. Mid heel.
There we go. Getting low battery again. I can't believe these things are... The battery life on these things really this low? If they are, that's going to make it hard to use them the way I was planning to. I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep wearing them and see how long it takes before they actually die, or if they both die at once, or what. Hoping I could use something like this so I wouldn't have to do wired earbuds or big headsets. I'm hoping they would at least last this with the battery life that my iPods have, but they don't even seem to have that much. Kinda sucks, but what do you do, I guess.
Thank you. How about you?
Allow me!
Swarm again. Yeah, guess switch them out again.
Who gives you wings?
What a year. Trips, gifts, holidays. But all those memories come with a cost, like high interest credit card balances. With Rocket Mortgage, clients save an average of $500 a month by using their home's
Strangely, I think it's only one of the headsets dying. I swear I heard somebody playing an ad, but I think I'm losing my mind here. I don't think I have anything up that should have an ad playing. Fortunately, there's nobody here right now that I can ask. Strange thing is, I don't think it was one headphone that was, probably need to look up on all these headphones to make sure that I don't have, like, a bad unit or something. There's one more treasure left. I think of the entire thing. It's that one down there. Okay, I have to go down a floor in order to get to it. Oh, no. Only one headset, only one earbud was giving me the low battery error. This was making me wonder if there's... If, like, I had one of them charged and the other one wasn't charged, or what? I love technology that I can't easily tell what the heck it's doing. Probably some way to tell. I just have to actually check the instructions. See, that leads down.
How about you?
It says 30 hours of battery life on it. I'm going to have to check into that and figure out why it's doing that. Oh well, that's what push to talk is for. We'll laugh if I'm putting forth all this effort to try to get this chest, and it's nothing helpful. That'd be so annoying. Okay, there we go. Robo Sincerity. Okay. Sounds like that was probably worth getting then. Unless it's too weak to do anything. That's better than what she has. Okay. At least that way I don't feel like I completely wasted my time doing that. Okay, now we can head to Ripplewart now. Rippleport.
Now I'm angry! How about you?
Rippleport. At long last I make it to port, only to find my dear one has been tempted away by that foxy snake of a nun. I speak as a pirate when I say, true happiness lieth not what thou wishest thou pleasant. Thus I insist, was I listen to nay, and we have to look where we find ourselves. I think I may have read that wrong because that didn't make any sense. Or I just completely read it wrong. Oh, I forgot about that soothing song. And only she can use it, so there you go. I'll now learn soothing song. Restores at least 20. Oh, okay. So it's a AoE healing spell that's pretty weak. Ours is a poor town, and being the Dulce attracts visitors from all across the world, 'tis a lively place to say the least. Okay, nothing in this shop. I have journeyed here from a nation to the east, as I do periodically by the order of my monarch, wishes to know all is well here in the west. And now, for the first time since my visits began, all is not well. Most concerning state of affairs indeed. Necklace of immunity. Oh, that's the poison one. The seafaring haven of Rippleport welcomes you, wanderers. Would be my usual greeting, but alas, things are afoot, and forgive me. I wish that I were able to say more. Yeah, I can hear the fireworks starting to go off, so people are already starting. They don't wait till the hour around here. They just start. I feel like if they start like days before. Bronze knife. Mini medal. Okay, it's a lot of accessories there. Medical herb. Beyond the sea to the east lies a kingdom where the hero of legend did undertake his storied adventure. Aye, 'tis the very realm that hails the hero legend, the fair Princess Gwaelin, or so it is said. Okay, yep, Tanagil to the east, which will be tackling that eventually. Boom. But these people are surprisingly simple souls to think that so many were hoodwinked by that legary sister of the cloth and her tall tales. Easy light that existed not, and any who have seen the world knoweth such empty promises are food for fools. Must one take care about swamps and mires, ere it is noticed one can be sunk in never to return. Love is much the same, I find. Okay, I can stop by the equipment shop. I do hope you are not the sort who prioritizes armor's defensive properties above all else. 'Tis important to consider other aspects. How it might protect against the element of fire and ice, for example. Let's see. First, we probably just better do the usual cycling through stuff. Yeah, that didn't do much for my money, but... not enough to do anything with, anyway. Hermes hat. Handy, protects against wind spells. Give our mage a nice little hat that will provide her a little more defense. That's helpful. That's all I can do for the moment. It's the safe. Okay, let's continue on. I beg of thee, prevent me to set sail. I am a treasure hunter. I need not concern myself with such matters. How canst thou say such a thing? Our companions have need of our aid. Besides, there is treasure to be found on the land too, is there not? I did not say I would reward thee most handsomely if you returned our kin from the mountains to the north. Alas, I cannot. The monsters are thick. The mountains are thick with monsters, and the good sister doth unnerve me, and besides... Pah! So much for the adventurer who did claim to slay the Lord of Deep. And whom should we turn, I ask thee? Good day, good townsfolk. We would fain roam the world freely and without hindrance. Perhaps perchance avail us to one of the fine ships docked hereabout. Hast thou neither eyes nor ears, foolish boy? This is hardly the time for such questions. Forgive us. You do seem perturbed. May we ask what troubles you so? It began when a certain nun appeared here in town, and asked if she might stay a while. Aye, and being who we are, we did make her most welcome. As soon as she began to preach to the townsfolk, drawing larger congregations each day. Ere long, she was joined by a friend, a suspicious fellow claiming to be a merchant, and the two did grant more friends and neighbors unorthodox sermons. Eventually, they did lead a good number of them off to the mountains with promise of great riches and fulfillment of their every wish. Among their number was my mine, oh dear daughter. Woe's me, I can hardly sleep for fretting. Our only hope is some brave soul might journey north and lead our loved ones homeward. Then look no further. A band of just brave souls stands before you. You would aid us in our time of need. Why, I thank you. It would be our pleasure. Wait here, we'll return ere long. Before we depart, if I may ask, why would a woman of the cloth behave in such a manner? Why, indeed, I asked her the self-same thing. And all she did say unto me that she was simply carrying out the wishes of another, though she did not say whom. Okay, yep, this is also very different from the original version. In the original version of Dragon Quest II, I believe the only thing that happens before you get your ship is you do a fight with a bunch of monsters somewhere inside of the town, and that was it. So it seems like, once again, they've taken something that was basically a straightforward 5-second thing into its own dungeon. So that's what we're going to do. Let's see, we got 30 minutes-ish. Yeah, let's see how far we get. Oh, it's a very short thing. Okay, so it still is a short thing. They just make us go someplace else for it. You only see us how you toil and night for the good of your neighbors. It vexes him to his very core. I beg your pardon? Mayest it not your intent to sin, but sin you have. To whittle away the strength which the Almighty has gifted thee is the height of blasphemy. To give is to have one's purse plundered. To love thy neighbors is to love thy robber. What is she? Yet fear not, for you can all be saved. All you need to do is banish the kindness that plagues your heart. Give yourself no more. Rather take back what is rightfully yours. This is the path of true strength and lasting bliss. This is all well and good, but what happened to the talk of you making us rich? Did you not hear? The good sister said to take is your neighbors for your own. The more coffers you plunder, the richer and happier you will be. Randy convinced them to steal and obtain stuff from each other. I see scant value in happiness obtained by another suffering. Lend you not ears to their twisted tongue. No good can come from following these teachings. In aiding others, our souls become richer. Naught is lost. We only gain. I agree our town may be poor, life may be hard, but that's the more reason not to inflict further poverty and hardship on our neighbors. Here, here, come then, let us repair to Rippleport. Your friends and family are beside themselves with worry. Friends, let us return home. We have not to gain through thief, but our own damnations. To love thy neighbor, to love thy robber? What nonsense. Ah, I knew she was lying from the first. I hope you lot are prepared to pay for dispersing our disciples. Poor lost lambs, may they rejoin the flock someday. What flock? If you would really want to know. Goddess, preserve us. We serve the Almighty, and it's time you've learned the true strength of those who do not squander their gifts. Yep, figure they were monsters.
Allow me!
Okay, gonna have to...
Meet me.
Get an opening. I can't. Let's see here.
Meet here.
Do not fret!
Meet here.
Get rid of those gremlins here. Okay, that takes care of the more annoying of the ones.
Too kind.
You cannot fall here.
You're too kind.
And that, as we say, is that. Zoom and Miracle Slash. Our faith proves the stronger, though they did put on a good show. Indeed, I never knew monsters could change their form in such a matter. We must keep our wits about us. Back to Rippleport, then. If we've been any nuns along the way, let's give them a wide breath. Okay, don't really need to go shopping since we didn't really do that much. Behold, the brave heroes return who did see our kinfolk safely home just as they had promised. My precious daughter has been returned to my bosom at last. I don't know how to thank you. Our lives here are not easy, and thus we were tempted by tales of life less marred by hardship. It's not difficult to see how the good sister did convince so many to follow her to the so-called Promised Land. Were it not for timely intervention, we might not have seen the deception for what it was. You'll only be glad to be of service, good lady. Thou didst speak of wishing to avail thyself of ship, did thou not? Indeed I did, for we set sail for the furthest flung corners of this world. Hast thou perhaps a vessel that we might make use? I do not. I have one thou might take for thy very own. You would make a gift fit. Please understand, good lady, we do not intend to demand such a price for our aid. Fear not, I did not mean to suggest that you did. But we did fear our loved ones may never return to us, and to us would be the understatement of the case most mightily, and our gratitude as a consequence is great indeed. Please, 'tis the least we can do. Huzzah, a ship of our own! Thank you. The cause and the name which we travel is one of vital import. Your gift will further it most mightily, I assure you. Sounds like a weighty quest indeed, but please, a single boat is not so great a sacrifice as all that. We only ask that you raise a hearty cheer as you weigh anchor and set sail for adventure. as is the custom of the sailors of this town. We shall do so, with pleasure. Ah, but the vessel must be rigged and revisioned first. Pray, lay thy weary heads at the inn while the work is being done. Indeed, do not even think to try to proffer the corn for thy lodging. The innkeeper will not hear of it. 1,000 thanks, and I trust the lodging will come of a hearty dinner and a heartful breakfast both. Ignore my companion, please. He means, of course, say we'll greatly accept whatever the good innkeeper might fit to offer. Not the most socially graceful person, are you, Canuck? Good, now go. And return here in the morning. Your ship will be waiting.
Greetings all. Fear not, I've heard all that you did for us. Your chambers await.
Hear me, sons of Earth. Hear me, scions of Erdrick. The wheels of fate have been set in motion. And so, you must spread your wings and journey across the sea. Great dangers await, but you must face them, for there are those who need your help.
The Erdricks just deal with strange visions.
I too heard the voice.
And I. So, it was no mere dream.
No, indeed. And it bade us go to the aid of those in need, did it not?
It did. Hargon's foulness spreads yet further afield, it seems. Let us set sail just as soon as the ship is ours.
Aye, but first the ship. I can still hardly believe it is to be ours. Come, to the port.
Praise be unto you, travelers. The town is restored to its former nay. It is rendered all the more cheerful since your coming. Please go forth and inspect your new ship. 'Tis a vessel most pleasing indeed, I am sure you will agree.
And there you are at last. Your ship awaits, young heroes.
Hurrah! You must accept our deepest thanks.
No, it is you who must return to us here whenever you so wish. And may fortune follow you o'er the way.
Very well. The world is now ours to explore, it seems. Let us go to the aid of those in need.
With all haste, and let us hope that in so doing, we might learn more of Fal Hargon's schemes.
Aye, and there is one more thing we must do besides. We must warn those we meet of the darkness that threatens our world, that they might make ready to meet it. None must suffer the fate that befell Moonbrook. I do not wish to sow discord and fear by so doing. I wish only to give the gift of vigilance, the lack of which I fear played its part in the downfall of my homeland.
Indeed. Had your people been forewarned, perhaps they might have been better prepared when the moment came.
Come then, let us away. But I must warn you all. This will be my first time at sea. Forgive me if I do not prove the sturdiest of shipmates.
I too have never been to sea. All will be well, I am sure. And even if it is not, we can at least console one another. Truly, though, I am beyond excited. A maiden voyage aboard our very own ship. A moment, if you would. I do not wish to suggest that all is fun and games. The world is in peril, this I know full well, and you have lost much, dear cousin. It cannot be easy. Forgive me. I suppose it is not becoming of the scions of the great hero to take pleasure in the execution of their duties. And yet, I cannot help but feel my heart skip a beat in anticipation of the adventure to come. Am I a heartless rogue? An uncaring monster?
I think you're human, buddy.
Would you say the same of me if I told you that I enjoy our time together? That I smile yet more with each and every passing day? True, I have but recently lost my father and my people both. But does a moment of levity in spite of that make me a monster?
Of course not. We laugh when we are happy and cry when we are sad. We cannot control such things. Nor would I wish us to.
Then you have your answer, and I thank you for it. The stakes of our journey could not be higher. The fate of the world rests upon our... But this should not, cannot mean that we spend every waking moment weighed down by the impossible seriousness of it all. If we wish to face the journey ahead with hope in our hearts, are we wrong for doing so? No. We are merely human.
As I said.
Forgive me. I simply feared that my careless merriment might seem unfeeling to one who has suffered so much.
Quite the opposite. Your careless merriment is the very thing that gives me strength. So laugh, smile, and do not think twice before doing so. Very well. Let us swear.
I can only answer in
Now
yes or
come.
no.
Hargon awaits.
Aye, let us stride forward to meet him, laughing and crying all the while.
That's what I thought. Sparring suit. Nope. Doesn't really do much for me here, so... Alright. I do want to make sure we get to the Battle Palace before we do too much else. Yeah, we're starting to approach the end of the night here, so I'm going to see that we wrap up here. Because unfortunately, I did agree to work tomorrow, so can't go too late, unfortunately. Cock-a-doodle-doo. That's the... Whips away! Okay, that's not going to do anything on its own. Hit it with a few more magic. There we go. Isle of the Monarch of Metals. Convenient. Okay. The isle is the monarch of metals, and yet is ruled by so-called Maharaja. Whatever the reason behind such oddness, one thing is for certain, great treasures await for those who can bring the miniature metals he adores. Many metals are hid away in every nook and cranny in the world over. Should you find them, leave no stone unturned. That was weird. Fire led to nothing. Wait. Huh. Ice shield. Yeah, I'm actually going to need to just wrap up here. We'll just have to continue on Friday. As I'm running out of time here. All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap up for today. Looks like we don't have anybody here right now, so we're going to skip the raid tonight. So we'll just go ahead and wrap up for now. I look forward to 2026 with you all. Until then, thank you for joining me as always, and we'll see you next time.